Hello students, myself Kishore N. Gujjar, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics. Today I am going to explain the topic rotational motion. The learning objective of this topic to study the concept of rigid body, the moment of inertia and the significance of the moment of inertia. Next, we will move on to the concept of rigid body. A rigid body is one in which the relative position of constituent particle remain unchanged when external force act on it. A body is also be said to be a rigid body if it does not change its shape and volume under the action of force. But in practice, when we apply the force on a body, it changes its shape or size. For example, a bridge will not change shape under the weight of single person, but it might change the shape under the weight of truck, even though the change is very small. It means in a real life, no rigid bodies are exist. It is only an ideal case. Due to the application of external force, a rigid body can have either translational or rotational motion. During translational motion or linear motion of a rigid body, all constituent particles of the body move along parallel straight line and undergo equal displacement in the same interval. Hence, the velocity as well as acceleration of every particle in the rigid body during translational motion is the same. But in rotational motion of a rigid body, a line of a particle of the body remain fixed and all other particle describing a concentric circles around the fixed line of particle. The fixed line is called the axis of rotational. Therefore, the rotational motion is the motion of rigid body which take place in a such a way that all the particle move about the axis with a common angular velocity. The rotation of a particle about a fixed point in space. Next, we will move on to the equation for rotational motion. The law relating to the rotating body about an axis are similar to those describing linear motion. The angular displacement theta of a body is the angle in radian through which a point or the line has been rotated in specified sense about a specified axis. The angular velocity omega is defined as the rate of change of angular displacement, that is omega is equal to d theta by dt, and the angular acceleration is defined as the rate of change of angular velocity, that is alpha is equal to d omega by dt, or that is equal to d square theta by dt square. So far, we define the three rotational variable theta, omega and alpha. These are the angular version of the linear variable s, v and a, where s is the displacement, v velocity and a acceleration. The kinematics of rotational motion describe the relationship between the angle of rotation, angular velocity and angular acceleration. It only describes motion, it does not include the force or mass that affects the rotation. The kinematic equation for rotational motion at constant accelerations are given by the angular velocity as a function of time is omega is equal to omega naught plus alpha t. Angular displacement as a function of velocity and time that is equal to, that is theta is equal to half into omega plus omega naught into t. Angular displacement as a function of time is given by theta is equal to omega naught t plus half into alpha t square. Angular velocity as a function of displacement is given by omega square is equal to omega naught square plus 2 alpha t. In these equations, omega is the final angular velocity, omega naught is the initial angular velocity, alpha is the angular acceleration, t is the time taken, theta is the displacement. Next, we will move on to the concept of the moment of inertia. By Newton's first law of motion, the inertia is defined as the property of the body by which it is unable to change the state of rest or uniform motion along a straight line by itself. By translatory motion, the value of inertia depends on the mass of the body. When rigid body rotates about an axis, it has a tendency to oppose the change of its rest or uniform motion about its axis of rotation. This tendency is known as rotational inertia or the moment of inertia. The SI unit of moment of inertia is kg meter square. The moment of inertia is represented by a letter I. The moment of inertia of particle of mass m about an axis of rotation is defined as the product of mass and the square of distance of the particle from the axis of rotation, and it is given by I is equal to mr square. Consider a body of mass m rotating about an axis with angular velocity omega. The body can be imagined to made up of a number of particles having masses m1, m2, m3 situated at a distance of r1, r2, r3 from the axis of rotation. The moment of inertia of the body about an axis is equal to the sum of the moment of inertia of different particles about an axis, and it is given by I is equal to m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square plus m3 r3 square, or it is also given by I is equal to mr square. Also, it is important to understand that the moment of inertia depends on the three factors, and they are mass of the body, second one is the shape, size and density of the body, and third one is the position of the axis of rotation. But in linear motion or in translatory motion, the inertia depends only on the mass of the body. Next, we will move on to the significance of the moment of inertia. The physical significance of the moment of inertia is similar to the mass in the translatory motion. In translatory motion, the mass of the body is used for measuring the inertia. As the mass increases, inertia becomes larger. The force required for producing the linear acceleration will also increases. In rotational motion, greater the moment of inertia angular acceleration will require more torque. Next, we will move on to the radius of gyration. The radius of gyration of body is nothing but the radial distance of that point from the axis of rotation, at which the whole mass of the body supposed to be concentrated. It is always calculate about the axis of rotation. The radius of gyration is also called as guy radius, and it is represented by a letter K. In the figure, the mass of the body is m, the radial distance from the axis of rotation is k, so its moment of inertia remain the same about the axis of rotation, then k is called the radius of gyration of the given body having mass m. Therefore, the moment of inertia and the radius of gyration of the body is given by I is equal to mr square, that is equal to m k square. The radius of gyration for a given body of mass m always remains constant. On changing the axis of rotation, the distance of particle changes, then the radius of gyration is also gets changes. The radius of gyration is always depends on the shape and the size of the body. The main significance of radius of gyration is measure the distribution of mass around the axis of rotation. Less value of radius of gyration shows that the mass of the body is distributed near to the axis of rotation, and large value of radius of gyration shows that distribution of mass of the body is at large distance from the axis of rotation. Thank you.